Hello, my name is Renee Bell, and for my video speech, I chose to speak about high blood pressure. I chose high blood pressure because it is one that I have dealt with since the age of 35. After having given birth to my daughter, who's now 11, the doctor told me that I had high blood pressure. I was not sure where it had come from. I did not have any of the symptoms that I could think of or was aware of, as far as headaches and blurry vision. I did not eat a lot of outside food because I try to cook every night for the kids. I did not eat a lot of fried foods, and so I was a little bit thrown off by it. But since then, I have been on water pills, which are called diuretics, and I have been on pressure pills. Now, since I've been in North Carolina, my doctor has changed my dosage of medicine. She's given me a low dosage because she wants me to try natural ways of doing it, as far as losing weight and changing the way I eat, getting exercises and walking more. And so I began to try this approach, changing the way I eat, things that I do, changing habits, so that I can to bring this down naturally. Because what I've started reading on is a lot of times we get put on medication for this, and it's very hard to come off without your pressure going back up. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about it, because I wanted people to become aware of this disease. It is if this illness, the sickness, it is one that many people suffer with. It is one that we call a silent killer because not a lot of people know that they have it. I had a sister that was walking around with it. Um, Her pressure was so high, and when she finally got to the emergency room, her pressure was so high they rushed her to the emergency room because they thought that she was having a stroke. And so I began to read up on it, and now in doing this video and having to do this outline, I'm reading up on it to see exactly what it is, what it comes from. And from what I can see, reading from the different resources that I found online, I see that it comes from stress can bring it on, not enough exercise, poor eating habits, unhealthy habits, smoking, drinking, a lot of fatty foods. And so I'm seeing that it is just an unhealthy lifestyle. And I know that sometimes it's not easy to try and eat healthy and do things that are healthy, but as I get older in age, I realize that health is very important. Too many people are passing away from things suddenly. And at my age now, health is very important to me, not only for me, but for my husband, for my children, for my grandchildren. And so my son, who is 16, has challenged our family to eat healthier and not to eat so much outside food. But I see in reading from the different websites, I went on heart.org, I went on cdc.gov, medicaltoday.com, nih.gov, the different websites. I even printed up what a normal pressure is, and anything over 120 over 80, they're saying is a good reading, and that 120, which is your top number, being lower than 120, and being in those ranges, being careful of and very mindful of your numbers, knowing when to check it, knowing what to eat, what not to have a lot of. And so for me, I have taken salt out of my of cooking. I do not cook with salt anymore. I do not eat a lot of fried foods and fatty foods. I try to bake my food. Trying to eat a little healthier. I started doing walks during the day when I can, and so healthier living. And it is something that we can have, but is very manageable and can be um, regulated if we decide to live a healthy life. And so my in reading in our book, I realized the importance of giving information out and making us aware of things like high blood pressure and diabetes, and how we sometimes are so not aware and not um, do not have the knowledge that we need to have for these type of illnesses and sicknesses, and this is the cause of us not living long, on us these things coming on and we not realize that we have it. And so no one educated me, and I was not aware when I was diagnosed, and so I want to be able to share this information so that if you've not had your pressure checked, this is something that you can decide to do, that you can get your pressure checked on a regular basis. We happen to buy a a wrist one where you just put it on your wrist. It looks like the band that counts your steps, and you just press stop. You hold your hand up. It takes your pressure. And so let us continue to be aware. Let us continue on a healthier path. Again, my name is Renee Bell, and I thank you.